Hello everyone, my name is Sean B. Martin and this is Prof. Martin's YouTube School. This is not exactly what I had in mind. I wanted to do a much higher budget production, but I've been putting it off and I've been redesigning, and the more I put it off, at this point I just need to get it started. I'll worry about the frills later. For now, we're just gonna point the camera at me and I'm gonna talk to you. I don't have any secrets, I don't know any shortcuts, I'm not here to tell you that we're going together to the top. My goal is to impart on you, my students, some of the knowledge that has gotten me such comments as, "What's the IP?" and "How do you type with boxing gloves on?" Okay, maybe that last one wasn't me. But let's get started, and don't let me forget to assign you homework. Yes, I said homework. If you expect me to tell you how to get partnered, you can forget about it. It's a very strange and arbitrary process that's kind of like if you were working for a company that employed thousands and thousands of people that you had to apply for a promotion and your boss has never met you. And I don't think the comparison is far off. In a large enough company, talent and good people often get overlooked and ignored, just like YouTube. But the good news is there is something you do have control over. And that's the quality of your videos. And the better the quality of your videos, the more likely you are to get noticed by a real person in the real world, not a YouTube entity up in the sky. And the more real people in the real world that you get to notice you, the better chance that you will have to get partnered. So what you can expect from this series is not how to get partnered, but how to make your videos better and more noticed. The rest is up to you. Finally, one last thing you need to know. For every rule, for every illustration that I present to you, there are 1, a dozen, 100 videos on YouTube that break that rule and are very successful. Think of it like that kid in school who dropped out and won the lottery. It doesn't happen very often. Most people are inspired to make YouTube videos by a person. I was inspired by Wheezy Waiter. 5 Things was my take on what Wheezy Waiter did. Every so often he would do a news story and present it in his own Wheezy Waiter way, and there were clones. 5 Things started as a way for me to remind my parents to get Netflix and watch The Daily Show, but it quickly became something else, and the influence of Wheezy Waiter clearly rubbed off. Now, I will go for a very long period of time not watching any Wheezy Waiter videos because I don't want to accidentally be copying the stuff that he's doing. Your channel certainly can contain references to other YouTubers and your homages. I'm never going to get rid of my clones just because Wheezy Waiter has clones. Other people have clones too. But you have to find a way to make the channel you. Make it the most genuine version of yourself that you can. People will notice that. And when you're designing your channel page, be practical. Think about the way you're going to be presented to the world with your channel page. If it's black with bright neon colors that are hard to read, you're going to turn a lot of people off. YouTube has preset color schematics for a reason. They're non-offensive. If you don't know what you're doing, be careful, be safe, pick a preset schematic. Deciding what type of video you want to make is hard. Professor Martin's YouTube School was supposed to be a little bit more high budget than this, but instead I'm talking to my webcam and speaking through my headset. I wanted this to be awesome, but instead I'm just going to be concerned about getting the information out there, and I'm going to try and make this a little bit cheaper than I wanted to be, but as informative. But one thing I've noticed is you don't need to apologize for the quality of your video. When I started shooting 5 Things, it was in 480p. I shot it on a mini DV camcorder and then imported it via Firewire. Do you remember Firewire? The quality of the content of your video is what's important. If it's a little rough around the edges, it's not in HD, maybe the sound is a little crackly, that's usually forgivable. Your homework is to download the YouTube Creator Playbook. I've included the link in the info. I've talked about it on 5 Things before. This is going to be our Bible. It contains very important things that they've learned from the statistics of viewers on YouTube that, these are not recommendations, these are facts. For instance, if you don't capture a first-time viewer in the first 15 seconds of your video, that person is probably gone. Your chance to get them back a second time is very low. That means no minute-long intro. That means no 15-second long intro. Get rid of the intro. I start my videos with a little Sean B. Martin Presents sometimes, but that's about 5 seconds long, first of all. And second of all, I actually do start the episode at the very front. You will start hearing me talking immediately. You're not going to see an intro full of music or something like that. If you want to look at someone who's been successful without an intro, look at the Vlogbrothers. They don't have intros at all. They just talk for 4 minutes. Wheezy Waiter has a very short intro to every video that's different every time, and then he has like a 3-second title screen. That's all you need. So that's the very bare minimum of a beginning. That's what you should be thinking about when you're making your channel, what you should be thinking about when you're making your videos. Don't include a really long intro. The first 15 seconds are the most important things. Download the YouTube Creator Playbook. We'll be talking about it next time. And finally, if you would like to workshop any of your videos, I've already received several submissions, but I'm happy to receive more. Email any of your YouTube videos that you would like me to workshop to chancesarelimited@gmail.com. Thanks very much, guys, and class dismissed.